if an album could be both incredible and awful at the same time? That's And Justice for All. Riffs that melt faces, production that's more hollow than Lars's art collection. So if that's the case, how did it still go mega platinum? First, the good. Riff after riff of pure fire. Now, the bad. The mix, it's all highs and no bass. Yet no other metal band could pull this off and win big. The real magic hides in the stories around the record. Metallica bought an entire movie, Johnny Got His Gun, just for one music video. They lost a Grammy to a flute, thanks Jethro Tull, and somehow got even bigger. And that missing bass, totally on purpose, and it made the legend grow. I'm Kane Irvine. This is the heaviest show in the universe. I'm a former metal elitist basement dweller, lifelong metalhead. Metal's my life, 24/7, 365. Let's dive in. First things first. Metallica had been called sellouts since Ride the Lightning. But when Justice dropped, the whispers turned into shouts. At the premiere of the one video, a fan yelled, "You sold out, you made a video." And James Hetfield calmly fired back, "Yup, we did. Fuck you." Why the outrage? In 1989, real thrash did not appear on MTV. Metallica were the kings of the underground. Death metal, grindcore, thrash. Metallica was the head of the dragon. Seeing them on TV felt like a betrayal to die-hard fans. But here's the twist. Every band makes videos now. Slipknot, Venom Prison, you name it. Once again, Metallica were simply ahead of the curve. They went all in. They bought the entire movie, Johnny Got His Gun, so they never ever have to pay royalties on the one music video. That gamble paid off. The airplay Metallica was receiving was wild, even if the diehard fans hated it. But the drama was not over. Metallica's newfound fame eventually led to the most infamous moment in metal's history. This moment is where we all realized metal would never get the true respect that it deserved. Justice was nominated for the first ever metal/hard rock Grammy. And the award goes to the prog rock band Jethro Tull.
And the winner is crest of a name, Jethro Tull.
That would be like a Slipknot losing a metal Grammy to John Legend in 2025. Absolute insanity. This would whip metal fans into a frenzy. But these were the same fans that were all mad that Metallica had quote-unquote sold out, right? They hated the music video. They resented the Grammy nomination, but now they're angry that Metallica didn't win. This is just the first of the many contradictions of And Justice for All. But the biggest one? Well, let's get into it. Alright, listen to this riff and think about what's missing. What do you notice about it? Yeah, it's awesome. It's one of my personal faves. But Jason Newsted's bass is almost gone completely. But before I give more of my thoughts, what do you think of Justice? Where do you place it in Metallica's catalog? Getting back into it, I mean, poor Jason Newsted, man. The guy's music is basically radio silent on this whole album. The craziest thing is, this wasn't an accident. Mixer Steve Thompson was literally told by midget goon lord Lars to ixnay the bass. Quote, he said, "Take it down about 6 decibels. Now take it down another 4 decibels where you can barely hear it. I wanted to quit on the spot." Man, it gets better. All-time great Metallica producer Flemming Rasmussen, who had produced the first 3 Metallica albums, including this one, personally tracked Jason's bass parts on this album. But when he heard the final mix, he confronted Lars about it. Quote, "Lars, what happened here?" And he just shrugged. "I was mad as hell. Those bass tracks were fucking brilliant." Lars and James believed the low end would, quote, "muddy the mix" of their aggressive guitar and drum tracks. They consciously pushed Jason's bass tracks down. There's no other explanation for this. Whether this was hazing or just resentment, I have no idea. This, mixed with James's completely scooped mid-range, created something cold and hollow. The harmonic bed for everything to rest on is completely missing. It's like biting into the best, juiciest hamburger you've ever had. It's cooked to perfection. The juices get all over your face. But after a few bites, you realize it's dry as fuck. There's no aioli, no secret sauce, nothing to round out the amazing taste of the beef. But the beef itself is so damn good that you keep coming back anyway, even if it's completely dry. And that's And Justice for All. It just doesn't have any sauce. They might have been cooking with the riffs and the sound of the guitars. but the deeper you go, the more you feel it lacking. And that's what makes it the worst, best album ever. You know something is off, but it makes it that much more compelling. That's why we keep coming back to it. And here's the wildest part of it all. The contradiction of this album is something to behold. Despite all its ironies, this album was a commercial success, going 8 times platinum in the US. This is the album that pushed Metallica into arena hero territory. Hell, the Justice Tour has their most famous live performance ever on it. Seattle '89, if you haven't seen it. It's a riddle we just can't quite solve, and it keeps in this loop forever. The missing bass and hollow production are almost like a badge of honor. Hell, it even got them their first Grammy nomination, proving that these stubborn riffs pay off. It showed that metal could take deep political themes and turn them into sprawling epics that people can chant and fist bump to. Every night on tour, they'd smash a 20-foot Lady Justice statue on stage as a perfect visual to a broken system. And its production style kinda set the stage for a new era of metal, as controversial as it is. Steve DiGiorgio has said that Justice contributed to bass being de-emphasized for a generation. Justice set a trend for weird, loose, treble-forward mixes for years to come. Despite its flaws, Justice remains one of the greatest metal albums ever. You can fall in love with the riffs like Blackened and the title track. You'll mosh to the closing of One forever. Dyer's Eve will always hit you smack in the face. And Harvester of Sorrow will always make your skin crawl. And then you'll realize how shit tier the production is. And just laugh to yourself at the brilliance that this contradiction brings. It's Metallica's most ambitious release. Today, the riffs stay huge, the bass jokes live on, and the debate rages. Is Justice Metallica's greatest masterpiece or biggest oversight? What do you think? Do you think that Justice would have been even better if they had the bass production on point? Let me know down below. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this one, be sure to check out my video on Slipknot's Iowa, or even this one celebrating the legacy of Ozzy, the father of metal. Thank you so much for watching. As always, long live metal.